In this lecture, we're going to talk about setting up a virtual environment, commonly referred to as a venv, in Python. Now, you might be wondering, why do I need a virtual environment? Well, a venv is crucial for managing dependencies for your projects. It helps to isolate your project's dependencies, ensuring that different projects with different requirements can coexist on the same machine without any conflicts. This is especially important when working on multiple projects that may require different versions of the same packages. So let's dive into the steps to set up a virtual environment using the terminal inside VS Code. Alternatively, you might use a command prompt or a terminal outside of VS Code. All right, firstly, I assume we are in Windows. Create a new folder, for example, PyProject, and then navigate inside it. Right-click in the folder, and from the context menu that opens, select Open with Code. This will launch your VS Code upon that folder. If prompted whether you trust the authors of this folder, select Yes. Now you are in your Visual Studio Code and should see this welcome page. Open the built-in terminal by going to View, then Terminal. Alternatively, you could use Control plus backtick. Here's the terminal, ready to execute your commands. If your terminal is different from mine, don't worry. I adjusted my terminal to utilize a git bash, but yours might be a command prompt, which is the default option for the VS Code terminal. Okay, let's focus on a few commands that we should learn. First of all, make sure you have Python installed by typing python -- version. If you received the version of your Python, it means you have it. You can also check where your Python executable lives by typing which Python. It will return the path where it is installed. Now it's time to create a virtual environment for this specific project. Type python -m venv. This will create a ven folder within your project folder. Note that the second venv in the command is the name of the folder it creates. You could use any name. If you don't see this folder, make sure you are in the Explorer view by clicking here, or use the shortcut Ctrl-Shift-E in Windows. The next step is to activate the virtual environment. Type vnv /scripts /activate if you have a command prompt. For me, with a git bash, I should type source ven/scripts/activate. Then, check if it is really activated by asking which Python again. You must see a path originating from the local ven folder within your project. And you can compare it with the original path you received before activating the local virtual environment. That's it, and now you have your virtual environment activated, ready to install Python packages locally in your project without impacting your original Python installation. Remember, every time you want to install a new Python package, make sure you have a local venv activated. For any reason, if you need to deactivate your venv, just type deactivate. After deactivating, if you ask which Python again, you will receive the path of your original Python installation. For Mac and Linux, the process is a bit different. Let's review the differences. Here's the command for creating a virtual environment. Type python 3-m venv. And for activating it, type source ven/bin/activate. The deactivate command remains the same. And that's all for this lecture. Now you know how to set up a virtual environment in Python using the terminal in VS Code. Remember, using virtual environments helps keep your projects organized and ensures that each project has its own set of dependencies. This way, you avoid conflicts and make your development process much smoother.